kept searching till I found him.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl, Miss T. Listen, if you have not already, I want to say thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for reposting, for pretty much doing anything positive for my platforms. I appreciate you. Virtually, I am giving you a hug right now. Listen, if you have not already, go and like me on Facebook and Instagram at Talk with Miss T. That's MISS, the letter T. Listen, I have a special guest today. I am super excited. I have my dad on with me today. So listen, we are going to have some fun today. I have the Preacherman of Preacherman and Friendz sitting down to talk with Miss T today. How you doing today, Dad?
I'm doing great. How everybody doing? I am so excited. I feel so honored to be on this platform, with you. It seems like I have to book an appointment, or I have to get down the list to get on. But it's wonderful to be on here. Thank you for having me.
See, he just had to gas me up a little bit, y'all. But I am super excited, like I said, for my dad to be on. For those that know, listen, it's like pulling teeth trying to get an appointment with any of us right now. With everything that's going on with COVID, we try to keep a lot of things virtually. So for my dad to come on, it's dope. It's dope. But we are going to learn more about Preacherman today. I know a lot of times, we talk about different subjects related to, world news and current events and pretty much everything. But we're going to do something a little different today. We're doing it quartet style today. So, just a small introduction of who Preacherman is, because I feel like I can do that. I can do that job.
Yeah, you can do that.
You think? Okay.
You can do that.
He is the two-time nominee. I say nominee because we putting that out there into existence for the Stellar Awards.
All right.
We throwing that out there. Recording artist. He is, I say, me personally, again, I can only speak for myself, but he is also one of the most humblest people that I know when it comes to this industry, and people just love him. I love him. So we're going to learn, like I said, more about who Preacherman is. All right. So, Dad, Preacherman. For the ones that don't know who Preacherman is, just tell us a little bit about how Preacherman and Friendz got started.
Oh, now you're going to have me to go back here. Preacherman. Well, it wasn't Preacherman and Friendz. It was just Friendz. We got started many years ago. I don't want to tell the years because it might put my age out there. So I'm going to hide the years. But nevertheless, it started with James Miller, my good friend Chuck Finney, Captain Clack, Clack, James Gospel, Rick Yancey. Who else did we have come through? We had, I think we had Bishop Dale playing boards at the time. Yeah, we had Bishop Dale playing boards at the time. And we started because James' family had a fire, and they were burnt out in a fire, and he wanted to put on a benefit concert for his parents. And so we all came together from different groups to come together to form what we call Friendz. And we came together, we sang, and we did a benefit concert for his family. We raised money for his family, and it got good. But I was in the background. I was the quiet guy in the background. I didn't know that I wasn't leading. I wasn't singing no lead, no none of that. I'm just singing oohs and ahs in the back. And, we got together and we started doing this and we started liking it, but we all was from different places, different groups. You had that time, you had the Mighty Airs, you had New Direction, you had my dad, the Rising Star. So we was all from different places. And so we liked what we were doing. So we did it for a little bit. Right. We called ourselves Friendz. And then when we decide to branch off and go our own ways, go back to our respective groups where we were, I decided to keep it going. Mm-hmm. So I started, I started leading, and I could always sing, but I never liked to sing. I really didn't, because as a child I was made to sing. My mom do this, sing for me, sing. I just didn't like. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to do this. But as time went on, as the group went on, I got used to, singing out front. So that's how Friendz came about. And so we incorporated the Friendz with a Z, and we just kept on rolling. Rick Yancey, James Gospel, and myself, we kept on pushing with Friendz. So that's how Friendz continue to be Friendz.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love it. And down the years, who would have thought that I would have been doing the same thing he was doing, starting out background with him?
Well, that's the truth. You got to help me out. You live here. Just that's good. That's good. But awesome. That's how we became to keep things going. But I think you do a good job. I appreciate the job. This girl got some pipes. She can sing and hold that note, and I appreciate your contribution to Friendz to keep the group moving forward. I'm very proud of you. I tell you all the time, This is nothing new. I tell you all the time how proud of you that I am of, you're talking with Miss T, the many hats you wear, the different jobs that you do. I am so proud of you. And that's why, if anything I can do to keep your dream moving forward, that's my job. I do what I have to do to keep you moving forward in all the endeavors that you're trying to do.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, y'all heard it here on live. Y'all heard him say that he got
I ain't got no money right now. You good.
So let's talk a little bit about your process. So when you are writing a song, I'm gonna start with "I Got Jesus" because that's the hit. That's the hit right
okay.
there.
I Got Jesus. I didn't write "I Got Jesus." I took a gospel tune, an old gospel tune, "I Got Jesus," and I put it on top of Charlie Wilson. And I like the song because in the song it has some verses that really speak to me. There was a time that I didn't have a dime, and it's true. Growing up, I grew up poor, broke, financially. I'm talking about no money. Grandmother raised me doing the best that they could, and they just didn't have any means. They didn't have the money. So I made a vow. I said, Lord, when you bless me to become of age, and you bless me to become a man, I want to be financially blessed so that I can be a blessing not only to myself but be a blessing to others. And I thank God that he did just what he said he would do. I take that part real personal. There was times that I didn't have a dime. I take that part very personal because now God has truly done what he said he would do. He blessed me, and I just thank God for that. And I'm speaking of that, because of that, I want to be a blessing to 4 people. Can I do that? Can I do that on top of Miss T?
Sure.
I want to be a blessing to 4 people. I want to be a blessing, a financial blessing, not no talking blessing. I'm talking about a financial blessing. So if you like and share Talking with Miss T, and if you go over to Preacherman's page, Preacherman and Friendz, that's Preacherman and Friendz, Friendz, Friendz. That's incorporated. If you go over to Preacherman and Friendz and you like and share and leave your Cash App information in a comment, we want to bless 4 people monetarily. Mm-hmm. All right? That is the like and share Talking with Miss T. Go to Preacherman and Friendz page. We got a page. Mm-hmm. Like and share. Leave your comment with your Cash App information, and we want to send out a monetary blessing to 4 people.
I heard it.
I want to be a blessing. God has blessed me. I want to, be a blessing.
That's the truth.
So, and who gonna say no to money?
That's true.
Gonna say nothing.
I know I'm not, because.
Well, you can't. Don't you put your Cash App on? Because I'm gonna ignore yours.
So, speaking of blessings, let's go right into it. Because you said that you're so blessed, and you want to be a blessing to others. How do you incorporate that in your music? So, what's the thought process for you when you're writing?
I'm glad you asked that. Songs come from not only experiences that you've gone through, they come from God. And writing to me is very easy. And I'm not saying that because, I do this, but I have a catalog of songs that I have not even, they're not even out or haven't been put out. I need to catch up to my own catalog. And writing to me is very easy for me because of personal experiences, and God gives you the understanding of what he wants you to say in a song. So, and then you put it all together, then you put the music together and it all comes out. It's a beautiful process. It's a beautiful thing. It's taking the thought and the experiences that you have and you put them together into a song that pleases not only God, but it benefits and help other people. So writing, I can think of a song. I can start writing right now.
I like it. And a lot of times too, guys, when I'm asking him these questions, I honestly, some of the questions I don't even know the answers to. So a lot of times we don't have that direct dialogue of conversation, but it's actually nice to hear it coming from you, like, oh, so that's how you write all them songs. Because I'm just thinking he just go and write, something down, but it's a good thought process behind it of it may be feelings, it could be anything that's related to writing.
True, and it's mostly experiences. I can get up in the middle of the night. I keep my guitar by the side of my bed, and I'll get up in the middle of the night. I hear a melody in my head, and then I start hearing the idea, and it starts forming, and I start hearing, forming the words, and it's a song,
I like it.
God has worked a miracle off of me.
I like it. So let's talk inspiration. So who are your biggest inspirations musically?
Wow. I have so many. I really have so many. But, I'm not into the secular world part, but the soul part of a singer. I'm like an old soul singer. So that Bobby Womack thing, I'm an old soul singer. And then I love Rance Allen, and then I had the privilege of traveling around with my mentor, Jay Caldwell of the Gospel Ambassadors, and I got the chance to watch him do what he does. And it was like, you're talking about somebody sitting there in awe because of the strength, the tenacity, his voice, the range. It's a combination of a lot of singers. It's a whole list. I couldn't name them all.
I think you just downplayed it a little bit. But I can definitely see that, especially too in hearing the music, especially when you try to incorporate, those different pieces. I'm trust me, I'm learning. You never know. He gonna be the next ghostwriter. I can see it now.
I do. I write for other people. I wrote for different artists. There's a song that's out in Florida right now that, my good friend Rick called me and said, "Hey man, I hear a song out here in Florida. I hear you on the back end of that. That's my boy. I hear you." And, so I write for different artists. I write, things that I love to do. I write songs. That's what I love to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like our next goal is to get you on the main stage for the Stellars. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, let's work it. Let's do what we have to do.
We gonna do it. Yeah. Awesome. So since you mentioned Jay Caldwell, and definitely we want to give a shout out to him because he's definitely, I would say, one of the pioneers of gospel music.
Yeah. As a young teenager, when I came to Wilmington at the age of maybe coming up here around 12 or 13, I was, the singer that lived up the street from my father, and it was like, this guy got records out, and I'm Not That Way Anymore, and all those songs, Cast the First Stone. And when I heard, I was like, live up the street, and it's like, yeah, you live up the street from your father, and I was in awe. I was in awe to know that, that we had a celebrity on the block up the street, So, I enjoy good gospel music, especially, to those who are about their business grinding and, that those that are doing what, they need to do to push their music forward. I thought, I was smitten as a young, then I got the chance to see, the different, songs that they sang. And then, then it was, I got the chance to ride out on the road. I was like, yo, this is, wow, this is big.
Right.
So I really enjoyed it.
Right. So how is being on the road for you?
That's it is what it is. It comes with the territory. When anything that you want to do, you got to put your best foot forward, and it's a grind. It's on the go. You got to sacrifice. Singing is just not jumping up, hooping and hollering. It's a sacrifice, and you have to be able to sacrifice and go when you need to go, and that's what it entails. So singing, it involves all of the big word of sacrifice. A sacrifice is not a sacrifice unless it costs you something. And if you're not willing to pay the cost, then you need to do another trade, do something different, because it's a great sacrifice.
It is.
It is.
I have experienced that firsthand with you.
Yeah.
Especially them long rehearsals, and I'm ready to go to bed. It definitely takes a lot out of you, but like I said, I see that it's something that you love to do. Because he loves to do it. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
But I would say to elaborate on music and the incorporation that it has on people's lives. I kind of want to talk about All For Me.
Oh wow!
I want to talk about All For Me because All For Me is that's the hit.
Wow!
Like out of all the songs, I would say All For Me is one of the big ones.
Wow!
So let's talk about that. All For Me.
See, I don't like to sing that song. Now you want to talk about this song. I don't want to talk about that song nor sing that song. And that was one of the songs that, I remember, Rick and James, and we got to come on, man, let's do the song All For Me. And they know I hated doing this song because it's like a personal testimony. It's a touching song, God working a miracle. If you've never been down before, if you've never been sick, if you've never had a struggle in life, that song speaks to your struggle. It speaks to your life. God has worked a miracle just for me. And it's not only, it's not just putting words together. It's all biblical. The words, if you look at the verses of the song, it's all scriptural. Right. Every line is scriptural. Do you remember Moses, how he led God's people straight out of bondage, out of harm's way? Trapped at the Red Sea, Moses prayed, God heard his plea. He was working a miracle just for me. Those words are right out of the Bible. Mm-hmm. And so that's like taking the word and applying it to yourself in a song, and it ministers to you.
Right.
So that song is very personal, very endearing, because it's talking about if God could work a miracle for them, what can God do for you? And right. Somebody may be sick right now. Maybe you're struggling with something. Maybe you're going through something. Maybe you're grieving. If God could work it out for Moses and Job, and even Christ going to the cross, if he could do that for them, what can he do for you? God has worked a miracle just for me. Now that's one of the songs. Now you Can't Harm Me is my number one song. That was dealing at a very difficult time in my life. You can't harm me when your enemies, when people try to, your haters try to hurt you, try to harm you. That's why I tell you, you keep pushing, you keep moving forward. We all need dirt to grow. So embrace your haters. Embrace those that throw dirt on you, because you need dirt to grow. Roses are beautiful, but they need dirt in order to grow. So, those songs are very endearing because it tells you how to live life, even when the odds and folk that are against you, it tells you how to come from under that. Mm-hmm. So those songs are very, very important songs.
I like it. I like all the songs, but those specific ones, they just give you like that goosebump effect.
Okay.
I like them.
Okay.
Maybe one day he'll let me re-record one of them.
Nah, we gonna keep it just We'll keep talking with Miss T. You can just leave it mute. Stop them. Maybe I laugh at that, but that's my legacy. That when I'm gone, you can take them, rearrange them, flip them upside down. You can do whatever you want to do with them. Then that's my legacy that I will leave to my children, to my children's children. So to God be the glory for all that He's done. So.
So again, y'all heard it. Y'all heard what he said. So if y'all see me doing a live later down years and years, and I'm like, he said I couldn't.
No years. Wait, hold on. I'm not leaving no time soon. Hold on. Let's get that right. Hold on. Let me correct her. I'm not going nowhere. No time soon. So we talking about when God see fit. That yeah. Not later on. I don't know what later on she was talking about. Woo, Jesus. Woo, let me hot. Woo, Jesus.
As to why I said I'm so glad that I have the chance to have my dad on this show. Like I said, it's not just about Preacherman, but he's my dad, so I kind of get both sides. So it's a good thing. I like it. Yeah. Maybe you have to co-host a couple shows.
No,
No?
No.
You don't want co-host
No,
that show?
no.
Okay. All right.
There's no
I tried.
co-hosting going on.
I tried.
I'm shy. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get in and get out the way.
Well, I do want to ask for anyone that may be trying to break into the industry, or they're like, maybe I need some help in these areas. What type of advice would you give them?
Run. No, I'm just kidding. It comes down, it's not like I say about just jumping up singing, because we have a lot of great artists and a lot of great people that can sing. But when it comes to putting people together, you deal with all different personalities. You deal with people's spirits. You deal with people, different backgrounds and what they bring. And sometimes it's hard to put a combination of people together to follow the vision. So sometimes, there are those that follow the vision because they see the vision and they want to follow the vision. And then there's times that folk follow the vision because they know it's a pay or paycheck, to follow, because all musicians get paid for the work that they do. It's not free. It's not without cost. A lot of times, people will ask you, well, come sing, and they think it's just for free. But you don't know there's a cost behind that. You have to pay musicians that are behind you. If you look at Beyonce, I look at Beyonce, just taking her as an example. I wouldn't want to pay her band bill, because I'm just imagining with her. I would like to be in the band. Right. I couldn't imagine her band bill, because there's a cost that's associated with the production of everything. And people need to realize that if you're trying to break in and you're trying to be an artist, you got to find people that share your same vision. And if they hear what you have and they know God has blessed you and they know, wait a minute, I see something here, I hear something here, they will help and assist in your vision to help propel you where you got to go. I thank God for all the musicians that work with me, and I try to work with the best of the best of musicians, and I want to shout out everybody, but I putting people together to achieve a goal is great, because there's a lot that go into that. Sometimes you can be disappointed, sometimes you can be let down, but you can't let that stop you. You got to keep pushing. So if you're breaking in, do what God has allowed you to do, but get an understanding of the people that you put together in your vision to propel your vision. Make sure you're putting together the right people, because that's a big part of your sound. It's a big part of what you're trying to do, and that can make or break you. Yeah, the people that you work with can make or break you.
I like that. I don't even got nothing else to say after that.
Oh, come on.
No, but honestly, can you just more in detail just elaborate on just the vision of starting anything, whether it's a business, a group, just the vision of anything?
Well, that's where it starts. It starts with the vision. But again, you have to keep God first, in all that you do. The Bible says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven and all his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. You have to keep God first, and in your vision. God gives you a vision of something that you're trying to get off the ground, something that you're trying to do, but you have to keep God first in that. In other words, lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him. He'll direct your paths. So you got to, Lord, is this the right thing I'm doing? Is this the right direction? Is this person the right person that I need to have involved? Because like I say, people can make or break you. Mm-hmm. You put the wrong people in your vision and, you have a mess. Yeah. So you have to be careful. You have to it's strategically move and get an understanding of who shares the vision, who do you want to be a part of the vision, because no person is a one island by themselves. You cannot do it. I'm by myself and I can do it all by myself. We all need somebody. We all need help. We all need encouragement. So I would say keep God first in all that you do, and also be careful of the people you surround yourself with. You have to be very careful. Because a lot of times, you're not realizing it. The Bible says that Christ says the thoughts that I have for you are for good and not of evil. But everybody that's around you, thoughts are not for good for you and could be evil. So you have to be careful, kind of balance that. You know, you have to try the spirit. You have to watch folk and see, you know, what's going on. How do you feel about what we're doing? Where do you see yourself into what we're doing? Because it's not just about my vision. If you have a vision, the best thing about your vision is not only you have a vision to help move yourself along, but you're trying to incorporate with other people that have visions to help them achieve their goals and where they're going to. You know, it's just not about Preacherman. It might be about singing, but you might be discovered the best guitar player in the world and be gone. You know, they offer you a contract and you gone. It's happened a lot in history. If you look back at the singing business, you know, you see where Bobby Womack was around Sam Cooke and everything, and then Sam went off and got his deal and his business going and singing, and then Bobby Womack later got into singing and got his thing going on. Some things piggyback off of other visions or other, but what happens is you got to be humble when you're working with others. You know, don't look to see how you can take over, but look how you can be a help. In order to be a leader, you must be a good follower. In order to be out front, you got to be a good back. You want to get out front and sing, be a good background singer. You know, give your whole all to a good background. So all these things balance in together and incorporate together. So, you know, you got to stay humble in all that you do. I'm not trying to be the big man on campus or be the big man out front. You know, how can my vision help your vision? How can my vision propel your vision? So we can work kind of hand in hand and help each other along the way. That makes sense?
Oh, yes, good. you talking good now. I like it. And I appreciate you, like I said, elaborating on that, because a lot of times it's good hearing it from, you know, people that we surround ourselves with, you know, on a daily basis. But when you actually hear from someone else that's maybe more experienced or more seasoned or a vet in the industry, it's like, oh, okay. Like maybe what that person was telling me wasn't wrong.
Right.
So basically you just told me that, you know, just improve on being background so that one day I could be like, Dad, I got you. And I'll just go ahead and start singing.
Yeah, you'll know when it's you'll know when it's time, and you'll know exactly when it's time. Like even going back to the history of Friendz, you know, I was in the background. I don't even know if the guys knew I could sing. As long as I did my background harmony line right, that was all that counted. And they didn't know I could, you know, sing anything until I sang it. And they was like, wait a minute. yo, get this joker a song. and that's just kind of how it happens. You know, you got to learn how to stay humble where God can use you and get the glory out of your life. When you try to be high-minded and you want to be haughty and you want to jump out and, you know, this is me, you know, God can't use that. You know, so to anybody that's trying to make it and break in or come in, or, you know, just always be humble. You know, don't let folk run over you. I didn't say I didn't say be where folk just take over and run over you, but I'm saying humble yourself, that when you work with others, your attitude will determine your altitude. It'll push you to where you're going. It'll take you where you're going. Your attitude alone will open doors for you and take you places that you never thought you would go.
That's true. So
I stake my life on that. Your attitude. Your attitude is everything.
That's true, because I didn't think I would be doing this as long as I've been doing it.
Well, you're doing
it. But I'm doing it.
You're doing it, and you're doing a good job.
I got some good support system.
That's true. That's true. I know that's true. That's true.
So, I do want to ask, what's, you know, after Rona is gone and after everything opens back up, what is going to be next for Preacherman?
It's time to get to work. Absolutely. It's time to get to work. It's time to get back out there. It's time to keep pushing. You know, we just have our latest project, the Latter Rain project, that, you know, will be coming out in all of the outlets to everyone. You know, I just want to make sure, you know, you want to make sure everything's in the right place at the right time. And why don't you hurry up and put this there and put this? It's not about the rush of putting, sometimes you got to wait till God says it's time. So we have a project, the Latter Rain project, that will be coming out, for everybody to get their hands on. There's some wonderful songs on there. There was some wonderful work done by a lot of great people. Rick Yancey, that's my buddy. I'm saying you, Rick. I know you see me. My good man, Rick Yancey. He's another person that gives his all to whatever it takes, as far as a project. He's always supported me. We fuss like husband and wife. He's in Florida and I'm here in Wilmington, and I can call him, we'll talk for 5 minutes and then we'll fuss for the next 10 minutes. That's just our relationship. So, that's still going on to this day. It's still going on. I'm gonna call you later, Rick, and we're gonna fuss a little bit more.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, Dad. He made my day.
I ain't got no money.
It's okay. But if you are just tuning in, again, we are doing the giveaway. Wants to bless 4 people. So comment, like, and share. Also go to Talk with Miss T's page, like and share that, as well as Preacherman and Friendz with the Z, FRIENDZ gospel group on Facebook as well. Comment on anything. It could be a post, it could be a video. Just comment with your Cash App, and we will be picking 4 people to give a financial.
We want to be a blessing to you. Please leave your Cash App. We want to send you some money.
That's what it's about. I love it. But before we go, is there anything else you would like to tell the people about Preacherman and Friendz?
Just watch for us. Preacherman and Friendz. Look for us. Look for the project, the Latter Rain project. Get the project. Share it with others. Be a blessing to others. Like I said, there's some wonderful songs on there that God has blessed us with that we know that's going to be a blessing and touch your life, touch your heart. Raise the dead. You put on a song that may lift your spirits. So, look for us, support us. Just when you hear Preacherman and Friendz, come on out and say, man, I heard you. We saw you. And you never know, you'll be blessed right there and there. I know what God has already promised. And I'm just walking into the will of God so he can do what he does. I'm going to stay in my lane and do what I do, and everything going to work itself out. Amen. All
right. Well, there you have it, guys. Again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, this is Miss T signing off. Until next time, don't forget, go and check out my website, www.talkwithmisst.com. Again, we're doing that giveaway. Somebody going to be blessed. 4 people are going to be blessed. So until next time, guys, this is Miss T signing off.